narrator of America 2.0 YouTube channel, and perhaps any of his faithful subscribers that have been listening to his videos. I live in Chelan County, Washington. In fact, I live in the town that takes up the predominant mileage of Chelan County, that has the pot farms in it. And our local newspaper, which is very small, it's called the Wenatchee World, just in case you wanted to look it up, did print a story about how the federal government has now issued warning letters to the county commissioners, not only of Chelan, but Okanogan, Grant, and Douglas. Because those other counties actually have way more pot farms and acres where they're cultivating marijuana than here. This is just the most substantial metropolitan area out of all of them. So in turn, I guess it would get more attention. That and the rest of those counties don't necessarily have a news broadcaster or their own paper. So I just want you to know, I thoroughly looked. Like, I've seen some of my friends that live in the valley make comments about the pot farm thing. I even know some, people that are either related to or know people personally who have orchards in this area. And funny enough, I was thinking about it and I was like, was I on the other side of the river? Because the other side of the river technically is Douglas, and then this is Chelan. But I remember this morning, I was driving by and I was trying to determine if it was rain, on my windshield, or if it was the irrigation sprinklers that never spray in the right direction from one of the orchards I was driving by. And it ended up being an orchard. So I can't recall if they were also on the Chelan side technically, but according to that report, the same warning has been issued to Douglas County, which is that side also. So in theory, if those warnings have been issued to those counties also, and our water was supposed to be shut off, that would mean that Douglas, Okanogan County would also be shut off. And they're not. They're actually asking the county commissioner for the Chelan PUD water district to identify who's using what water and make sure that they are clear that they're not using federal water. And see, I can understand when somebody's trying to uncover, news that isn't being broadcasted appropriately. But this is why people don't believe fucking conspiracy goddamn channels and stupid narratives like this. Because I have no idea where the fuck you live. You clearly don't live anywhere near here. And also, if you thought for a second you were saying, everybody should be taking pictures of this place and protesting. You can't go anywhere near those. It's not public property. In fact, those are thoroughly guarded. I actually have quite a few friends that don't actually, pick, basically help harvest in Chelan County, but Okanogan they do. So you can't go anywhere near it. And I was actually about to go down to one of the pot shops right down the way and ask them, because they actually not only own the shop that's down there, but they own the actual growing facility too. It's like a one shop business, so they could make the most profit. I was about to go ask them what's going on with that. But seeing as I haven't heard anybody bitch yet, and since my brother is an infamous pot smoker, he would have already heard about this, because I'm sure this would have been affecting prices or the accessibility or the product amount that was available at these shops. So nobody can confirm that anybody's orchards or farms are off. I still see cherry for sale signs everywhere. I could have sworn I saw water running on one of them this morning. Today's the 11th of June. It was the 7th when that was sent out to the county commissioners of Chelan, Okanogan, and Douglas. And you're now making this huge ruckus about the federal government shutting off the water to not only the pot farms, but to all of the orchards. You are fucking out of your mind. You should really go find some more news that's actual news instead of being on some paranoid delusion and making shit up. Food for thought. You should double check your sources.